Hi, my name is Lorianne Toll, and I've had a lot of weird stuff happen to me over the past, since 2008. Being blacklisted from the entertainment industry, being tripped on a set, I was molested and had a mastectomy in 2005. And I was stalked on Twitter to the point where someone threatened to slash my face and rape me. I feel like I haven't had control over my own existence, as though someone was intentionally trying to tell me how to live my life in California and not letting me have a life here and not letting me have a career here and not letting me have this be my home. And frankly, from 2002 to 2008, when I was working on film and television sets, it was the only time I ever felt like I really had a home. I was a theater major in college. I have a master's in performing arts management. And the only industry I dreamed of working in was the entertainment industry. I didn't dream about being a police officer. I didn't dream about being a cop. I didn't dream about being law enforcement. I didn't dream about being a doctor I didn't dream about dating doctors or dating lawyers or dating accountants or dating people who had real jobs. I was an imaginative kid who liked poetry and literature and art and movies and film and television and believed in the First Amendment and actually believed in freedom of the press. And I loved the free speech because my parents were GOP Republican WASPs who never let me have a voice. So this week, I get a phone call from my father, and he does his usual get a job spiel. And I'm like, what job? I'm sick with an autoimmune disease, and I have nothing to want to get up out of bed anymore because the only thing I wanted to do was the acting, and since I can't do acting, I don't care. Well, he left his phone on. And in the message, he basically says that this woman, Amelia, received emails from someone, she says, in the Carolinas that say that I'm sending out emails threatening people. She has also said that I threatened my parents. But in 2010, she contacted me on Facebook, and I told her that I didn't have a good relationship with my parents. Finally. I think she never knew that because I hid it a lot, especially around my immediate family, because the less confrontational I was with my parents, the less my father threatened to beat me up and call me stupid and dumb. So, Amelia grew up on the Eastern Shore. Her parents were chicken farmers, from what I recall. I didn't know until about 2 years ago, maybe, that she went to College Park in Maryland. I didn't know where she went to college, didn't care really. She's 10 years older than me. We did not grow up in the same area in Maryland. We were completely different people. She did work for the University of Baltimore Law School as the secretary, the president of the school. I knew that, but we never really hung out. I never really saw her that much. And I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18 years old. Moved to McDaniel College, where I was in college, and then moved directly from McDaniel College to D.C. and spent 10 years in D.C. and then came to California. So she thinks I'm crazy because I'm in California. I don't know what she thinks, but I do know. She thinks I want to be her. I get this message from my parents saying that Amelia's talking to her about some email. Somebody contacted her from the Carolinas saying I'm sending threats. And I'm like, what is her business? She's not family. She's not related to me. Why is it her business what I'm doing with my life in California? Why is it her business? Why is she going behind my back to my parents and saying this? And I have no idea. And according to my email, well, until I received this information, I think I sent her an email yesterday, basically, along with sending a copy of it to the LAPD here in California, that I'm like, excuse me, send me the email. If you have threats that I sent, send them to me. Who is doing this? Who is saying this? Because I was sexually assaulted by some guy out here, and I've discovered there are people who are vindictive who I met in my life. And there's that old attitude to always be nice to people. But sometimes you can be nice to someone and they still don't like you. Sometimes you can be nice to someone, they can still stick a knife in your back, especially if they're competitive. There's one girl I could think of who's from the Carolinas, and if it's her, she's an African-American conservative girl who basically told me the union could blacklist me basically because I'm white. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a conservative and I'm a Democrat and liberal. And for whatever reason, you hate me. And I didn't hate her when I first saw her. I was like, oh, good, somebody I know. And then she stuck a knife in my back. And I'm like, okay. So you don't like me, obviously. But if you're going to stop me from being an actor, then you're taking away the reason I even wanted to live. And she didn't know I'd gone through breast cancer. She didn't know all the stuff that happened in my life. She didn't seem to care. She was married. Her husband's white. And That much I know. And I was like, okay, why are you doing this to me? Who is doing this? What threats? Because I haven't threatened anyone legally. I went to law school. I know what a legal threat is. Now, me threatening to sue someone, so what? That's between me and that person. I'm a problem because I threatened to sue somebody. Yeah, I was also sexually assaulted and slandered for 10 years. I had so much talent. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar. And if people back in Maryland have been doing this to me because they need me to understand I can't be an actress. I'm here being irresponsible. I'm playing when I should be working. So you want me to spend the rest of my life doing something that I'm going to hate so much that I'm going to want to not live anymore. You want me to give up the one thing that made me want to beat cancer. You want to take away the one thing that makes me feel I'm special. I need to know I'm not special. We're all just average, normal when I was Phi Beta Kappa and Mensa. My IQ was over 130 and you want to tell me what to do. All the way from the other side of the country, Amelia. And here's the kicker. I have Amelia saying that I'm a dumb F on tape. Because I called her and confronted her. Well, just listen. Enjoy.
To the job. But you're gonna need it. Huh? I don't know. That's an awful long message.
My voice.
No, Ray says she got an email from a woman, I think she was from one of the Carolinas, who somebody had forwarded to her one of Laura's emails, and she wanted to know if Laura was a problem, because Laura threatens people in her emails.
Okay, there's more. I actually recorded Amelia Adams. I called her up after I got this and confronted her and recorded her saying something. That's next. But Amelia Adams says that someone contacted her from the Carolinas, that I've been sending out emails threatening people and asked if I was a problem. I'm a problem. See, that's code for I'm talking about Jeremy Gilworth molesting me again. That's code for me not backing down and shutting up about what happened. That's code for me being a problem because I'm going to be a girl and not go away. Acting was the only reason I beat cancer. Last year was the first year I'd made money on my own since 2010 by running lines with actors. I made $972. I was good at it. Maybe people back in Maryland should have trusted me since I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar who'd never do anything wrong to be able to handle my own affairs and take care of me, and I knew what I was capable of and what I'm not capable of. And when I say I'm capable of something, I really am capable of something. I'm better at reading with lines with actors, and I'm better at acting than any other thing in my life. And I'm more passionate about it than anything else. I do not care about being a successful lawyer. I quit in 2002. I do not care about having a 6-figure income, being an attorney. I do not care about being a real estate agent. I don't care at all. And Amelia Adams thinks that I want to be her because I was her flower child. She grew up on the Eastern Shore. I grew up in Lutherville, Maryland. I had a GPA of a 4.0. I got a state scholarship. I had a full scholarship to college. And I have a theater degree and a master's. And I'm also a member of Mensa, by the way. My IQ is over 130. But you know what? You can drive someone to mental illness. You can drive someone to end their own life by playing games like this. This is sick, Amelia. You are the one who is sick. You are not family to me. Why are you meddling in my life? And why is somebody contacting you? And who is doing it? You want to backstab me, or you want to tell me what's going on to my face? Tell me, Amelia. Send me the emails. Or their lies. Hello?
Yes, who is this?
Amelia, I want to know why my parents say you got an email from someone in the Carolinas.
It's that dumb motherfucker Laura's home.
It's the dumb fucking bitch, Amelia Adams. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar, bitch. Oh, fucking A. Okay, this next phone call is me actually calling my father to confront him about the message that he left. Which I think I called him first and then called Amelia. I think.
Oh.
You called me?
Yes.
Were you calling from your wife's hospital room?
No, she came home today.
Well, I have a question for you. What email did Amelia send you about me being a problem from the Carolinas? Because I don't know anybody in the Carolinas and I'm tired of her bullshit.
Yeah, who?
I heard you had the stupid phone on, Dad. I could hear you talking to Mom. What email did I'm not threatening anybody. The only person I ever threaten is myself. I was sexually assaulted by a guy. I lost my breast to cancer. How about you shove pictures of me? How about I send pictures of me naked without boobs anymore and you shove those pictures in front of Amelia's face?
Well, I got some bad news for you.
I don't care what the bad news are. I don't want to hear about you or your wife. I don't care. You're not going to give me any money anymore because Amelia wants me to become a real estate agent because I need to be just like her. I have an email from her thinking I want to be her. I don't want to be her. I'd rather be dead than her. I'm thinking about committing suicide. I don't give a flying fuck about staying alive because I'm not an actor anymore. And I mean this. I went through hell and neither one of you cared. And Amelia's calling you about me being a fucking problem from the Carolinas. Who the fuck is talking? How about she send those emails to me? Instead of talking about me behind my back, that two-faced bitch. She is the ugliest woman I've ever met in my entire life. I thought she was ugly when I was a kid. I didn't understand how she won a beauty contest. I do not like her anymore. I hate her and her self-centered Christian republicanism. And don't tell me she's a Democrat because she's not. I have been through enough. Do you understand me? I wanted a man in my life who could love me and take me away from the both of you. I wanted a man who would give me children who I could protect from you and your Christian backward lifestyle and your southern misogyny. I wanted to bring a daughter in this world who could be strong and self-sufficient, not be forced into slavery to a husband. Okay, and this last thing is me recording a message that I left to Amelia before she picked up the phone and called me dumb. I called her, left this message, and then called her back to say something else, and she picked up. She shouldn't have picked up. Showing her real colors.
Hello, you reached Amelia with Ron and Foster. Please leave your name and number, and I'll call you back as soon as possible. Have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
You know, Amelia Adams, this is Laura Antol, and I never threaten anyone. You have been lying and manipulating. You're a gaslighter to the nine. My father called today and left a message, and he didn't realize he left the phone on. And I could hear him talking about you, apparently getting some email from somebody in the Carolinas about me and asking if I was a problem. I have been through enough. I have a theater degree from McDaniel College. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar, straight A student. I didn't achieve the things I did because I was your stupid flower girl when I was a child. You idiot. You are a moron. Your intellectual capacity is not a half mine. I was Mensa. I got a scholarship to college, full free ride. My parents didn't pay a dime. I had a master's in performing arts management. I got a law degree and you were a legal secretary and you think I was emulating you. I'm a redhead, not a blonde. I'm not a stupid beach blonde. I never attacked anyone. This is me attacking someone. This is me telling you off. But this is not a violent threat. This is me telling you that what you've done is wrong. Your obsession with me is disgusting. I'm not obsessed with you. You are obsessed with me. And I think you used me as a child. You only won that beauty contest because my grandfather was mayor of Saxes and was a county councilman. So you used me, bitch. Hell, I'd like to know why the Tull family home is no longer a historic land site and if you're selling it to make money because you're using my family as well. You materialistic, selfish, you should be voting for Donald Trump in the next election because you are a blonde-haired version of that. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 23 years old. I do not have herpes. I do not have any STDs. And my being a problem is me speaking out about a guy who shoved his hand down my pants and violated me. I also lost both my breasts to cancer. Not that you selfish, Christian, moralist give a shit. You are a self-centered, materialistic bitch. I was no one's problem, Amelia, but I'm probably going to die this year because I can't work anymore because I've been sick, and the only reason I got out of bed every day was for acting. I have an autoimmune disease. I have Hashimoto's disease. I am underweight. I have a yeast allergy that makes it impossible for me to eat, and I'm a vegan. I hate anyone who wants me to eat a cow. I gave up red meat when I was 18 years old. That had nothing to do with you. I mean, I have a question. Is your friends from the University of Maryland making sure that I can't work or get a job in the entertainment industry by trying to drive me out with medical bills? Because I had both my implants removed this past year. I'm now flat as a board, and I still want to be an actress, bitch. I still want to be in front of the camera because I was a shy, scared little girl who was terrified of her own father. My parents would push me to suicide before they made me give up acting. I'm not a threat to anyone. I would never hurt anybody else. And I'm not going to go to therapy to stop trying to become a fucking real estate agent because you think I should be all about money because that's what your God is. Greed, greed, greed. And I am recording this message and I'm going to share it online. You stay out of my life. You stay out of my fucking business. Stop talking to my parents about me. You are not my sister. You are not my family. You are a stranger as far as I'm concerned. I hate my parents. I always have. I've told them that. I wanted to cut them off. I sold my car because I didn't want to take any money from them. I am now carless in California, and I could have ended up being raped or murdered by somebody, and it would have left me with nothing. And you don't give a shit. For whatever reason, you just want to keep your fingers into my fucking parents, maybe because they have money. Maybe because they give you something that you didn't get from your own parents at home.
Time permitted for recording your message. If you are satisfied with your
All right, well, I took things one step further and contacted Amelia's representative in Congress, Dutch Ruppersberger, who, as it turns out, is a Democrat. Congratulations, Liberal Timonium, for finally having a Democratic representative. I actually walked door to door with Kathleen Kennedy Townsend when I was in high school, and unfortunately, she lost. I'm happy about that. But anyways, I called him up, though, because I dug into who he was, and he was in law enforcement or as an attorney, worked as a lawyer working with working with eliminating drugs in Maryland. My dad was a customs agent in Baltimore. He went to the University of Baltimore Law School, which is where Amelia worked as a legal secretary for the president. So if you know Amelia, you need to know my side of the story. I was out here living in California, and I've been here since 2002 and haven't gone back to Maryland. And she has been effectively, I guess, I don't know, trying to make me go back there, thinking I would fall in love with someone from her church, a church I rejected when I was 18 years old. You see, I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't manipulate. But my life is pretty much over now. I was a highly intelligent, highly creative woman, very talented. I had script ideas. I actually was judging scripts for the Scriptwriters Network out here back in 2003, because I took a class at UCLA in script analysis. I loved reading. I loved books when I was a kid. Who knew that there was that skill set was worth something in the entertainment industry? Last year was the first time I've made money since 2010 of my own. I made $972 running lines with actors. I did 288 sessions. Some of those were tech problems, so I kept track of every single one of them. 240 positive reviews, and 190 of those sessions, they paid me. Yeah. I was doing well. I felt liked for the first time in years. I felt happy. I lost that job because a woman in the South who came after me and said that I was rude, okay, but rude. And I never got a copy of that review. And I think it was intentional. I think she may have come after me for Jason Winston George or Shonda Rhimes, or who knows, maybe she's the one who contacted Amelia, because I don't know. But I do know that my life is probably going to be over, and everyone's just going to say I was crazy when I wasn't. I wanted my own life. And I'm not friends with Helena D anymore because, one, she thinks I'm going to be able to live off my parents after they die. I don't want to live with them. I never want to see them again. I cannot live with GOP Republican parents who are going to force me into a relationship with someone in Arizona. I won't be able to live with them. I would want to break every television in their house. I will destroy things unintentionally. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm not going to be forced in a position where I have to live with them. Period. It is over with as far as I'm concerned. I wanted them out of my life. If they cut me off financially, they cut me off financially, and I will end up dead. Because I would rather be dead than spend the rest of my life under their thumb, and I'd rather be dead than be forced into prostitution in California. If I can't be an actor, I don't want to be in this state anymore. I'm artistic hope, and my hope is dead if I'm not an actor. I don't like the arts here in California if I'm not allowed to say I'm an actor. That's the truth. I don't want anything to do with the art community here if I'm not allowed to say I'm an actor. And I'm artistic hope. Because art, my art, is acting. To me, it is an art. It is a craft. It is a calling. It is the only thing that made me happy. It's the only thing that gave me self-worth and confidence. It is the one thing that made me actually feel good about myself and want to get up and actually have a voice. I needed a voice too. I hear Ben Affleck give this little spiel about how he doesn't care about the fame, he doesn't care about it, and then he's like, and he talks about how, he needed to have a voice and he was all shy. I couldn't talk to people when I was in high school. I couldn't. I was incredibly shy. I didn't like talking to people at all. And if it wasn't for acting in college, I probably would have never moved out of my parents' house. But then I probably would have ended my life a long time ago because I wouldn't be able to put up with them. And Amelia, what she's doing is either going to kill my parents or kill me.
You have reached Congressman Rupert Rivers' general inbox. Please leave a message and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
To dial another extension, press 1. To leave a voicemail, press 2, or simply stay on the line. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, my name is Laura Ann Tull, 424-625-3279, but you don't need to call me back. I do not live in the district where your representative works. I actually grew up there. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar. I went to Towson High School. I went to Hampton Elementary School. I went to Ridgely Middle School. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar. I graduated with a GPA of a 4.0 and then got a scholarship to McDaniel College to get a theater degree, and then I went to American University and got a master's in performing arts management. However, I have been destroyed potentially from people. I'm just curious. Does the representative know a woman by the name of Amelia Adams, who knew me when I was a baby, knew my family, but basically I feel like she's been stalking me and abusing me for 2 decades. I am a Maryland Distinguished Scholar. I don't lie. I don't backstab typically, and I do not play games. I did not do anything illegal or wrong. I never even got in trouble in school. But I am an actor. I trained in college. You can go to McDaniel's website. Look at the class of 1992. My father is a retired Homeland Security agent. He used to work in Gay Street. Kind of think the representative might possibly know him. My parents are GOP Republicans, and I hated them. They abused me my entire childhood. I wanted to get away from them. Amelia connects with me on Facebook, and then not only does she connect up with me, I find someone from her church on my Facebook page I didn't want, who was a friend of my father's. I'm a secularist. I converted to being Catholic when I was at Catholic law school. I am now a secular atheist Buddhist. And acting was the only thing that got me through breast cancer. Amelia has been telling my parents that she has emails from people saying that I've threatened them. I was molested by a guy and blacklisted in the entertainment industry. He shoved his hand down my pants. But apparently, I'm a woman. I don't matter. I'm a woman who was smarter than most of the boys in high school. I had a crush on a guy named David Kreller. Grew out of it first year of college. Moved on. I'm a highly, fiercely independent woman who wanted her own life in the entertainment industry, who ended up getting cancer and got an autoimmune disease. And then I got kicked over and over again, and my parents loved it. I was tripped on a set. And the AD was someone from the University of Maryland, Melinda Johnson. I just had my implants taken out. The doctor was from the University of Maryland. And I think they're going to try to make me pay for it, even though it's from cancer. And why? Because I didn't do what my mommy and daddy wanted me to do. I should have stayed in Maryland and become a school teacher. I'm Mensa. I'm Phi Beta Kappa. I am not a narcissist. But I am so tired. So tired of all of this. It took me leaving Maryland to find out how misogynist and sexist my home state is. I don't want to date some actor from The Wire, who, by the way, stalked me on Instagram. I am Phi Beta Kappa and Mensa from Maryland, have a master's in performing arts management from American University, a law degree from Catholic Law School. I quit the legal profession in 2002. I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA. That does not mean I want to hang out with Woody Schultz, who's a pastor from Maryland who works on Avatar. I do not want to shove God down people's faces, which, by the way, is a disturbing trend out here in California. The fact that more and more people want to believe the world is flat. And the Bible means more than the Constitution. I would rather be dead than give up acting. And if Amelia doesn't stop her games, she's likely to push me to suicide before she makes me do whatever she wants me to do. I have her recorded calling me stupid and dumb. Or actually, she says I'm a dumb fuck. That bitch thinks that I want to be her because I was a flower child for her when she was a kid and she was a beauty queen. I think beauty contests are horrible. I think they're stupid and dumb. Acting is an art form that I trained to do. I made $972 last year running lines with actors because I really am good with that at acting. I had an imagination, and I feel like America wants to lobotomize me until I can't even think for myself. Because I have a vagina. I voted for Obama. I voted for Biden. But I didn't vote for them to give up being an actress. I don't care if you guys think I'm crazy because I'm too old or ugly or pathetic or whatever, because in your little tiny world...
You've exceeded the message limit. Thank you and goodbye.